Welcome to today's adventure of Get Onto It. There's nothing like this anywhere, taking you from zero to hero. And now, here's your host, Don Williams.
Hello, this is Don Williams, and this is Get Onto It, bringing you today's Thought of the Day. Why done usually beats perfect. The true perfectionist rarely satisfies him or herself or others. People like the sound of perfect, but they will always settle for tangible satisfaction. Perfection is a concept. Because our minds are consistently evolving, we can always find a way to improve something. The value of perceived perfection versus really good is minimal, especially once the work that went into both is considered. Striving for perfection is commendable. It is focused and focuses the mind on quality. But when the need to achieve perfection gets in the way of moving forward, it shifts from an asset to a liability. Strive for perfection. Settle for nothing, but sell when the customer is satisfied. I want to give a little bit more meaning to a lot of what was just said, because this word perfection and being perfect has confused and confuses a lot of people. Perfection has a shelf life. It is open to personal view only. That's why I say it has a shelf life. We'll use technology for an example, because when you look at technology, the newest, latest, greatest thing is perfect compared to the older thing. But as soon as the newest, latest, greatest thing overshadows the latest, newest, latest, greatest thing, the one that used to be perfect is no longer perfect. Look at the cook. We've all had this experience. Or if you haven't, you should, and try to have it, because you'll understand better with what perfection means. Perfection means you're afraid. You're afraid you're not perfect. And this example will clearly define what I'm talking about. Someone cooks you a meal. You love the meal. It's fantastic. Maybe you're a guest at someone's house or at a party, or you're at a restaurant and it's just a new place, but the new owner is going around seeing how people like the food. You'll notice one thing. You may love that food. You may think it's perfect. But often the chef, the cook, the owner will find little things to have a problem with. It's not salty enough. It's too salty. It needs more pepper. It needs something else. It needs a little this. It has too much of that. We've all heard it before. Relate to that. That's perfectionism trying to find itself because there's a seed of fear that it's not good enough. Whereas you, who just had that food, find it amazing. It's the same thing as when someone paints a painting or creates a piece of art. You can be an onlooker and appreciate that art for what it is. But there are instances, if you talk to the artist, there are some artists who will point out flaws in their own creation. That's the perfectionist speaking, saying, I'm not good enough. Because remember, perfection is a shelf life, and it only works for those who see that their perfection and that shelf life hasn't met what they think it's supposed to be, and they're bringing attention to something they think isn't perfect, whereas you never saw it as perfect. That's why perfection doesn't exist. It's an excuse, because it's based out of a fear of something not being good enough. That's the word I want you to focus on. Perception. Perceive that there's a difference between being perfect and something getting done. Success is about getting things done that are of quality, that makes the customer happy, that makes you happy, that gets things accomplished. But perfection has a shelf life, because even what you thought was perfect today, sometime later will be seen as imperfect, because you've grown, and as you grow, things change. And the way you look at something that you once saw as perfect won't be perfect anymore. Why done usually beats perfect? That's today's thought of the day. And remember, every day is a good day. Just some days are better than others. Why not, for you, make it an outstanding day? Have a good one.
Thank you for listening to today's show and being involved with Get Onto It. To learn more about Don Williams and all of his training programs and coaching, visit us today at getontoit.com. That's GETON, the number 2, IT.com.